Friends, the speaker is glad to inform you all that the International Sufi Centre, located in Bangalore, and the Authors New Delhi jointly published this book mm, titled Plato's Dialogues and Secret of Self as per Eastern Religions. The speaker has contributed two of his articles to this book. The one is the yogic view of self, and the other article is death, dying, and liberation in the Tibetan Buddhism. These two articles run to almost 17,000 words. So the speaker would like to present the essence of these two articles. So in this talk, the speaker will take up the first article, that is the yogic view of self. Now, this yogic view of self is about us, our essential nature. But what is our essence? What are we made of? Are we made of matter, a mere collection of material atoms and molecules? Or is our nature something else? The basic question is, who am I? Maybe we have never asked ourselves this question. It is shattering if we are very serious about it. We might think we already know who we are, but that knowing part of who we are is materialistic. We all live in the world and we identify ourselves with something or the other. All these are called labels, and these labels are functional in the sense that they are necessary. The speaker is not denying. As far as we are concerned to live in this world, to carry on our physical activities in the world, we need these labels, and these labels are means of identification, nothing else. Beyond these identifications, they have no any significance. But more often than not, we identify ourselves with these functional labels. And there arises the real problem. So we might think that we already know who we are, and that part of knowing who we are, as the speaker has just now said, is related to our functional way of living in this world. So, whatever we know is only a conception of our body, a conception of our mind. It is only a thought, it's only an idea of our body, it's only an idea of this form and nothing else. So, this idea of our body, who we are, is given by our society, our culture. It's imposed on us. And it has been there for a long time, for centuries, this way of identifying ourselves. Therefore, we are inescapable. We can't escape from this. Unfortunately, however, it's likely that we don't know who we are at all beyond these functional labels. Have we ever probed? Have we ever questioned? Or have we ever gone beyond these functional labels? If we remove all those labels and images, then the fundamental question arises who we are. Oh, we have only the body and we are with the body. We see this form and nothing else. Looking at the body as it is, looking at this form as it is, without any functional labels. It's what the speaker is saying. We need to ask ourselves, or we need to go beyond these questions with which we are well comfortable, the questions with which we have been there for a long time, the questions that have been imposed by our culture and society. Can we strip off these questions, these labels, and then the real question arises who we are. The question of our real identity arises, then we are in trouble. We are in trouble because we are completely removed from all these functional labels with which we have been functioning in the society. So we become naked, we become totally nothing. Because the form is identified by name, and beyond the name, some labels. And those labels, as the speaker has already said, are necessary to live in this world. But then the deeper question arises, are we these symbols, these images, these labels? Or, there, Or is there anything beyond these labels and images? So, when such a question arises, then we are completely shattered. We realize that we have spent all our time in a kind of dream state, taking these labels and images as real, taking this dream state as real. Or we will falsely identify ourselves as someone, as something else, but we aren't all these. So the subject of identity is highly personal as it relates directly to knowing our true purpose of life, our reason for existence. So the question, who am I, is not a philosophical shuttlecock meant to be played around our houses, mostly by pseudo intellectuals. It's a real life question. Nothing is more important and relevant than knowing who we are. So, yoga is the science of understanding one's own true identity. So, we shall be meeting quite often and deliberating on this question. And let's see how this question will take us, to what end. Namaste.